6 ways that you can make money while enjoying life in beautiful Portugal. Hi, and welcome to Global Professionals in Portugal. Today, I'm going to dive into 6 ways that you can make money while enjoying life in beautiful Portugal. One, you bring a business from your home country and you just do it from here. Number 2, you start a business once you get here that serves an affluent community that can afford to buy your services. Number 3, you have a high valued computer based career and you can basically live anywhere that you can have a computer and a good connection. Portugal is a great place to do that. There's some jobs where you're earning like a decent living doing something online. If you work for an intense short season in a particular field, work in person, and then they live the rest of the time in Portugal. And then, of course, you can get a job in Portugal. Okay, so let me do a little bit more of a deep dive into each of those 6 options. Number 1, bring a business from your home country with you. If you do consulting services and you primarily work online, but maybe you see people once or twice a year, you can always travel for that. That's what we did with our company, High Score Strategies. We do business valuation. And so we do travel to different places for our clients, but we base our operations here in Portugal. The other thing you can do is if you have a brick and mortar business, you can disengage yourself from the day-to-day operations of that business and manage the business from your home office in your hometown or from Portugal. For example, somebody I know here, they have an e-commerce business and they just run the whole business from Portugal, even though it's based in Canada. You can also take a bigger company and expand into Portugal. You can just set up a Portuguese branch and move here. So that's number 1. Number 2, start a business that serves primarily expats or some of their affluent community. This generally tends to work more for people who come here with some other means of support first, whether they're semi-retired or they were just doing something else like computer programming. And then they get here and they realize there's a problem that needs to be solved that they can solve, and they start a business. We have an interview with the owners of Border, and that's what they did. They came here as web developers and then they started Border. There's another interview with Tom Jennings, who came here semi-retired and decided to do property inspections. And now he's a very successful property inspection business. And then you get into things that people want when they are living here, like fitness instructor, healthcare consulting, in-home healthcare, things like that. You have a growing community of people here that are definitely have more disposable income, and they are happy to spend it on services and to have their needs met. Number 3, have a high valued, primarily computer based career that will allow you to live anywhere. There are more and more companies that are specifying when we say we live anywhere, we mean anywhere in the US. But depending on how highly valued you are in your team, you can frequently negotiate another solution that has you living here. We did an interview with Natalie Wood, who moved her job here, and her employer was very happy to keep her, and she's very happy living here with her family. The other job that most companies are happy to work with you is if you have some kind of a sales job where you bring in revenue. They are much more likely to try to keep you on board. Anything that's in short supply, like CPAs, cybersecurity, those kind of people tend to be able to name their flexible terms and find a situation that works for them. Number 4, let's say you have a job that is mostly online that is earning you a decent living. You're not necessarily making a multiple 6-figure income like you would be if you were in some sort of high-tech career, but you're doing okay. Things like online tutors come to mind, whether they're teaching language or they're teaching math, test prep, anything like that. Those jobs in the US tend to pay $20 to $40 an hour. So if you build up enough of a clientele, that $20 to $40 an hour here, that's a very good living. Virtual assistants is another type of role like this. Number 5, working for an intense short period in some kind of job like travel nursing or seasonal workers at UPS or Amazon. You can come back to wherever you're from and work for a couple months really hard and make a bunch of money, and then come to Portugal and live off that for the rest of the year. Number 6, once you have established residency here, meaning you did have some sort of income to get you the visa to start with, you are able to get a job. So you can just apply for a job like anybody else. Now, obviously, there's a preference for people who speak Portuguese, people who have particular training depending on what the job is, but there are jobs available. What do you do while you're living in Portugal to help keep food on the table? And what obstacles do you face? We come out with episodes every week here, and I would love to hear what topics you're interested in and what questions you have. Thank you so much.